have your first tournament data for Chaos Origins. Well, make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And yes, you guys should definitely check out Kong's Cards. They're the ones that ran this fantastic event. And yes, they're the ones that, we get to thank for actually seeing how this went. Now, for your breakdown here. I mean, this doesn't look like too bad of a format. You still had 5 cool tunes. Well, that's way more cool tunes than I kind of expect. Now, honestly, it's still best deck in the room. I expected, this deck to kind of be the developing challenger, and I think things are kind of going the way we expected it to. Now, there's only 2 Mind Shuffle decks in top 8, and what's really scary about that thought is Mind Shuffle ended up taking down first and fourth, or top 4. So, this deck actually just ran it through the works and absolutely did everything that you expected it to do. We also had 2 branded decks. If you think that branded has fallen off, I don't think you understand how modern era Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of works within a nutshell. We also had 2 Sky Striker decks in top 16. Obviously, Sky Striker still made top 4. Watching this deck just absolutely do its thing. I do recommend watching the feature matches I've been uploading each and every day. It'll help kind of put this back into more of a perspective for you with how that deck is kind of going. We also did have 1 Elf Note Challenger. Yeah, who would have guessed, right? That deck got some very, very annoyingly powerful cards. We still had a Malice player. I mean, this is a pretty standard thing to see Malice still kind of lingering in the background of the format and doing what it does. We also had Mitsurugi Rizal. This was definitely a challenger. It's been popping up a little bit more in the rogue category. Dead Namer is a very, very good card. Memento was still present. That one kind of shook me back. And we had somebody actually do very well with Vanquish Soul, which actually was kind of refreshing. We will have the other top 32 deck lists later this afternoon, but we're going to pass on over to top 16 right now. So winning our event was the unbridled power of Mind Shuffle, combining itself with Dia Bellstar and, of course, the Azamina package, giving this deck a little bit more gas than you would expect. But the real secret to this deck was post-side decking, where Pharaonic Guard or Advent and the extra deck kind of started to shine, where we'd be able to make Firewall Protect Code Talk, or we'd be able to bridge into Zena, and then Zena would be able to Foolish Burial down Advent, and then we would stop by the Charmer and Quartet in Bloom to revive this and the Summoned Skull to search for Anti-Scam Fragrance. What a time. Next up here, we have basic cool tunes. This list choosing to play 1 Duelist Genesis just to be able to kind of get the bridge going. This list also chose to have Hatronades in the side deck here, just to be able to have this be a bridge for you to pull into. We also have 2 Illusion Gates. Everything else, I think, for this list is pretty standardized at this stage. Sadly, there's not a lot to talk about with Cool Tune. Next up, we have Sky Striker sporting off triple copies of Pot of Sloth. This duelist went second all day long. One of the MVP cards I can almost doubtedly tell you about is the fact that they slammed this Heat Wave. Like, in situations where they were forced to go first, Heat Waving into a chain to linkage was one of the most broken things that this duelist was able to do, and honestly, that shouldn't be allowed, but good stuff, actually. Next up, we have our other Mind Shuffle Challenger. This is more of the standard build, where you do see the Soul Resonator package kind of coming in and being more of the go-to. We also have the Super Polys to push on through the board breakers. So this is also playing Grand Guigonal, Mirror Jade, some of the more standard stuff, and also being able to bridge through the 3 Sword Souls is absolutely wonderful. Like, this is all the standard stuff, to get into the Pharah was pretty gosh darn good. Next up, we get to see our Elf Note Challenger now. In terms of the main deck, I mean, there's nothing really new in here. The most cool new thing that this deck got was we got June Prime, which just gives this deck a much easier push through to be able to kind of get set up on those major combo lines and, just split apart during the opponent's turn and trigger everything. Yes, this card becomes by far, I think, one of the coolest tools that you can actually have. Also, we do have double Solemn Scolding in the side deck here. Next up, we get to see our branded challenger sporting off triple copies of Pharah. This turns Pharah into a board breaker because of branded fusion, which, it's a little bit spicy, actually. Pharah is definitely a card that the more we see it developing within this format, the more OP I kind of feel like it becomes. Maybe it's just me, but this card definitely is incredibly strong within these lists. Next up, we get to see another Cool Toon list. This build is only choosing to play a single Harmonia. I don't actually know how they got away with this, but that's crazy. I see we're also playing the overtuning down here. We have Pot of Sloths for going second, and we are able to bridge on into something like Synchro Control to be able to kind of get you set up. And I also see we have Mixosia, the Confounder, down here as an extra deck target, because remember, it's a spellcaster plus a non-spellcaster monster to make it. Kind of cool. Next up, we also get to see Malice. Now, honestly, for this Malice list, I mean, Dominus is good. Your traps are lining up. You obviously still have access to Shifter. In the world of the side deck, you have the double Pot of Sloth. But one of the big things I saw from this duelist was just the ability to slam Pot of Sloth on the table and dig into different dimension grounds. And honestly, this card was probably by far one of the strongest comeback cards that they had. So that's your top 8. Now moving down into 9th down, we get to see some more Cool Toon. This build sporting off the power of Harmonias. Once again, I mean, Harmonia looks like it was a little bit of a counter pick to this format for some people. I don't know why. This list was also choosing to play triple Winter Cherries. I guess this is something for the mirror match, because there's nothing in here that is very specific unless they're trying to kick the Lulu Walleth out, but I don't know. I see people are trying to get very innovative within these decisions. Next up here, we have more Cool Toon. This build playing the double Duelist Genesis. You maximize on the triple Harmonia here. We also have the triple Veiler coming on in, but this build also chose to continue to bring in the Gravekeeper's Watcher. So having access to the Gravekeeper's Watcher to pitch off to stop Brandon in high spirits still seems pretty good on paper. I don't actually hate the idea of having a hand trap that can kind of assist you in pushing through, you know, some of the worst case, you know, search cards within the game. Next up is Memento. Watching this deck kind of do its thing. I mean, this duelist plays all of the Kong's events. They're very well versed in the world of Memento. I don't really feel like this was all that, you know, different from things, but seeing their use of Pot of Sloth for this deck just to really toggle you into a lot more of the advantage, you know, and also, you know, going second, you can kick back, you know, like the dead bricks, for example, that you don't want to see to dig into board breakers. Actually was not a bad decision. Next up, we get to see Branded. I see this list choosing to play the 2 Incredible Ecclesia. I think this is fine, right? The goal is to be able to have an Ecclesia as like a secondary backup starter if really need be. We also have the Forbidden Crowns. Being able to lock your opponent in on something with Crown has kind of been a little bit more broken this format. And also, this list is choosing to play the Nadir Servant. The fact that you can just play the game during your opponent's turn just really proves Branded's worth right now. Next up, we have our Mitsu Rizel list, and this build is choosing to play the double Corrupted Ritual Records. I mean, this is fine, right? The goal is to reveal the bad Mitsurugi ritual and then just kind of go to town, which is kind of cool. All, I guess, things considered. But in terms of, you know, the rest of the deck, I mean, you're using the Rizel stuff just to kind of create a good, strong basis for the deck, which it kind of needs, honestly. Next up, we get to see some more basic Cool Toons. Triple Harmonia, triple Veiler, triple Ghost Bell, triple Ogre. I mean, you have the entire hand trap squad here going with 2 Duelist Genesis to be able to kind of pivot on into getting those basic boards set up. And I also see we've chosen to bring in the triple Gravekeeper's Watcher. So this was a tech that multiple people chose to bring in for this event. Not really putting us into a bad position, I think. Also, you know, still have playlist and still have reframing, but, you know, Cool Toon's still pretty much locked in and looking pretty good. And then, of course, we have more of the Sky Striker Challenger. This list not choosing to main deck the Pot of Sloth. They instead chose to play 1 Desires, which is a little bit interesting. They also chose to play Crossout to feed the 2 big hand traps that kind of stop this deck, which is understandably so. We've also got Crowns and Droplets in here just to be able to, you know, push through the big problematic cards. But, okay, outside of that, I mean, Pot of Sloth is at least in the side deck for us, which is pretty good. And then our last list out of this top cut is Vanquishal. Watching this Vanquishal player, they had some very close problems within this deck. I don't want to like discredit it, but God, the fact that sometimes their opponent just couldn't play the game and they were able to get set up, it really just kind of shows, you know, the state of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I think outside of that, I mean, this list is pretty standard. I do like the Harmonious. I think those do help. But like I said, later this afternoon, I'll have the rest of Top 32 up for you guys to take a look at. But what do you guys think? Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.